where we are.
So
Caledonia, Kemptville, Ontario, Georgia, Mexico, but from Toronto. Welcome, everybody.
Jenny's bringing the heat from Mexico too.
Right, I know. We could use some of that. We were in Hawaii almost I guess just over a week ago now. So our skin is adjusting to the cold from the warmth. Collingwood, Bucharest. Oh, wow. Oh, it's so awesome that you're here, Amalia. Hello. No problem. Stay cozy. Hello, Sarah.
All right. I think we can get started.
Yeah, awesome. All right. Well, welcome everybody to our call tonight, this webinar where you can learn a little bit more about Healy and a little bit more about adding an affiliate product to your offerings, adding an income stream, another income stream, depending on what it is you do. And I'm excited for you guys to all hear from Anna and Jenny and myself. I'm going to give you a little intro on who I am, and then we'll share the stage here, and then we'll have some we'll go over a little bit about what Healy is, why we're excited about this opportunity with Healy right now, and then there'll be time to answer any questions that you have. So feel free to drop those into the chat box and use the chat box as we go. So I'm Christy King-Para. I'm excited to be here. I'm a multi-passionate entrepreneur. I have been for about 12 years now. I'm a mom. I'm newly married again. Just got back from our honeymoon in Hawaii. And as I said, a multi-passionate entrepreneur. So I'm a coach and mentor in the spiritual side of things, as well as I run a brand called the Expanded Soul Movement and also host luxury goddess retreats. I'm not new to network marketing. I have also had some success and previous experience in the network marketing space for about 10 years. I took a break from it to transition into the coaching and mentoring space. And now I'm back, which I'm excited to be back and layering in another stream of income. As I'm sure many of you might feel this way with the way the world is right now. The more income streams we have, the better. And I think, is it 5 to 7 income streams to like make the path to, you know, becoming a millionaire, whatever your goals are with your finances, whatever your goals are in terms of your life. I think we can all attest to the fact that the way the world is going and the economy is right now, that having multiple income streams is just smart business. And this opportunity with Healy, I think, as we kind of unpack and we layer on the conversation here, you're going to learn why we all said yes to Healy. So I think I'm going to pass it over to you next, Jenny, and then we'll circle back. Why don't you give us an intro as well about you, and then we'll move on from there.
Awesome. Well, welcome everyone. I am so excited to be here with you this evening, and thank you so much for taking time out of your nights, day or 2 o'clock in the mornings, still night, I guess, early morning, to be with us, or whenever you are catching this replay. We really appreciate you taking the time to tune in and lean into what this offer is all about. Much like Christy, I am definitely a multifaceted entrepreneur. I have been since I was about 5 years old, selling everything from DMC bracelets at the bottom of my driveway, which turned into lemonade when I was in university to make it to the bar nights, you name it, we figured it out. But in all honesty, I left the corporate career. I was extremely successful in corporate, but majorly burnt out. So I was looking for a business that could be my own and I could make my own schedule and everything. It's kind of that pipe dream they say, but really it's something that is actually attainable to be able to do. And I got into network marketing and was able to retire myself and my husband from our corporate jobs as we just started a family. And that was 7 years ago. Much like Kirsty, I also took a break and stepped out and went full into coaching. And then this past year came back in, missed it tremendously. It's one of those things where, you realize once something's gone, how much you truly love the culture, you love the business model, you love everything about it. And so I've taken on an affiliate product suite role, which is the topic that we're talking about tonight. So I actually hold a few different products now as part of my product suite. And then I decided to just make it two because I got so in love with Healy that I was like, I could not hold more because I actually decided to go much deeper and farther into Healy than I had anticipated because there's just so much here. And so I'm really excited to be here. I'm a Canadian who lives in Mexico with my husband and my 2 little girls. And I'm just excited to spend this time with you this evening. So passing it off to Anna.
Thank you. It's incredible how similar we are all in my story is both of your stories. So it's so interesting. But if you are new to this space and haven't met us, know that we all have over a decade of successful entrepreneurial experience. And the fact that we're all coming here together to build out this vision with Healy and the women that are ready, who are ready for it, especially as we close off a year and enter into the 2023 year, which I have heard from several psychics is the portal that we have all been manifesting. I'm sure Christy can tell us more as she receives the downloads clearly. I'm hearing it's going to be an extremely expansive year for so many of us. I'm just going to let 2 more people in. So who am I? My name is Anna Lozano. I, just like the ladies, am a multifaceted, multi-passionate entrepreneur. I went to business school, entered the corporate realm, and literally within a year exited the corporate realm because I was like, this is not for my soul. I cannot be told what to do. I have always been a rebel of the status quo. And so I knew that entrepreneurship was for me. And my gateway into entrepreneurship was through the network marketing industry. So I partnered with another company 13 years ago and grew that company to the top of the company. Retired my husband, we traveled the world and then entered motherhood. And with motherhood, it was a beautiful transition because another thing that I so deeply love about the network marketing industry is the deep dive into personal development, into the mindset work, into the growth and expansion work. And when I looked at my perfect clean slate children, I realized that all of the work that I had to do, the reprogramming, the recoding, the undoing, I felt that I wanted to surround myself with tools so that we could raise our children on mindfulness, on affirmations, on all of these tools that we were leveraging to undo. And so I launched a company with a co-founder called Love Powered Co. It was a huge success. Being a product-based entrepreneur and being a network marketing entrepreneur is completely different. There is a lot more responsibility, a lot more investments going out monthly in the product realm. And so just this September, we sold the company, which was always the vision: launch, scale, and sell. And as I was sitting in this space of mentoring other product-based entrepreneurs, and as a generator, having the energy to create more, Healy dropped into my awareness. And I also vowed to never come back into the network marketing industry. Not that I did not love it, but simply because I had already done it. But Healy, from a product standpoint, as you will learn, and from a business standpoint, was too much of a blessing to pass by. What we are creating here is is truly quantum. I was speaking to a dear friend yesterday, and I'm like, she's here on the webinar with Celeste. I was like, I just don't have words to describe. It truly is an embodiment of what we are creating. And so I can't wait to tell you more about it. So I'm going to circle back to Christy. You're going to intro. We're going to then move to Jenny, and then I'll put it all together with a bow, and then we're going to open it up to Q&A. So as you have questions arising, jot them down or start dropping them into the chat box so that we can make sure that all of your questions are answered and you feel activated to make a decision that is soul fueling for you as we close off this year and move into massive expansion in 2023.
Awesome. Thanks, Anna. And I love the similarities. It's interesting. It's interesting how this little frequency device seems to be magnetizing in incredible humans, not just women, but humans and souls who are praying for something or have been looking for something, whether it is that extra income stream, whether it is another tool to support your wellness. And as you guys have just now heard a little bit about all of us, I'd love to actually light this chat box up and hear more about, it's hard to put our multi-dimensionality into a paragraph or a few words, but if you'd like to intro yourself in the chat box, we'd love to hear a little bit about who you are or what you do. And maybe what is lighting you up, or what are you curious about with Healy and with this opportunity? And I think that may be a good segue. Jenny, I know you're going to be up next here to kind of talk about the whys with Healy, and I'll maybe share mine before what drew me in to saying yes to another network marketing company when I had kind of pivoted and had been, putting my attention in different places. As someone who's built businesses before, and feeling like there was this beautiful opportunity now, it felt like there was this big intuitive hit, especially as I saw the leaders coming in to say yes to. Healy had actually been on my radar for about 8 months. I first heard about it in January of this year. I cannot believe we're, just side note, like ending out 2022. But I had been watching and being here in Canada, knowing that it was launching in the summer. I was waiting for the final nudge. I was curious. I was like gathering my info. I was sitting back and observing until I got the hit. And when Anna had put her hand up and started speaking about frequency a little bit more in her stories, and I popped into her DMs. I'm like, are you doing Healy? Now, knowing, and then I was in your DMs too, Jenny, like, oh my gosh, knowing, having a background in network marketing, knowing what this opportunity was bringing, and then looking at these two women who I had admired from afar, was inspired by their entrepreneurial journeys, and then to be able to come together in this like community to say yes, and let's figure this out with this beautiful product, bring our years of experience together as we form our team, the Frequency Collective, with our systems, and bring all these things together. It was like, it ended up being one of the easiest yeses of 2022 for me. And this was August 10th. And I am so glad that I said yes. So let us know a little bit more about who you are and what your why may be with Healy, if you're already a partner with Healy or if you're thinking about it. And then Jenny, why don't we move over to you with telling us a little bit more about why Healy, why now, why network marketing, why did you add this to your affiliate suite?
Okay, so I'm really excited to share this piece. Now, you will be learning a little bit about Healy tonight as well. So Chrissy's going to take us through what is Healy? So if you are kind of like, okay, cool with the stories, but like, what is this thing? Like maybe this is your first time even hearing it. We are going to get there, I promise. So we really want to create this sort of holistic approach to this evening session, which is really taking you through why Healy, why now, why network marketing, why would we choose this avenue? And then what is the power of this device? And what does it look like to come and kind of link arms with us? Like Christy and I are actually what we would call crossline sisters. So we're not even on the same team, and we are like each other's hype squad. So it's super cool when you're part of a collective of powerful humans who are just here to help each other raise up, even when, you know, we're kind of across the table from each other, which is so beautiful. So first, I'm going to start with actually why network marketing. So network marketing is an incredible, genius business model. It is a beautiful business model because it is an even playing field for everyone. It doesn't matter what walk of life you come from. Network marketing works, and it works for everyone the same way. Because the compensation plan is uncapped, which means it is 100% your own efforts that you get to put into it. So no matter what you put in, it'll all be relative to your end results. And so it's this beautiful business model that has a lower entry fee than if you were to go and start a brick and mortar. So my husband and I owned a speedway. Well, he did, but as a little family unit, we did, right? So he owned a racetrack. Like I'm talking 55 acres of land, staff, a bar, restaurant. It cost us $40,000 at least a month, not pesos, dollars, to operate this racetrack. It had massive overhead, taxes, utility bills, because it was a brick and mortar. It was a location. At the same time, I was running a network marketing company and my overhead was $150 a month. And I was making over 6 figures a year. So it is a very different vibe than a brick and mortar. It's really cool because it's a very small overhead for really great results. So just alone, it's a beautiful industry. It's been around for many, 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 many years. And the reason that I say why network marketing, why now? Why now? Because in the last 2 years, a lot of people have found their place online. And now is a time, like Christy mentioned, that we're looking for multiple streams of income. Instead of putting all of our eggs in one basket, because I remember a time and a day when I held on to my corporate career for way longer than I wanted to, but it was because it has benefits and I'm doing so well. I'm guaranteed, it's stable. I know exactly what I'm making every 2 weeks. And then what happened in the last 2 years? People losing their jobs, places being shut down, people being not allowed to come back to work for different choices, right? So all of this started happening, and people who had had diversification in their income stream portfolio had a few more options available to them. My family moving to Mexico, well, this was possible because we lost the racetrack during COVID, and there was nothing tying us there because I work 90% of my time from this phone and 10% from my laptop. So when we open ourselves up to new streams, I look at why network marketing, why now? People, we're in this stage now, we're in this season where it's not going to be, you know, you do network marketing, it's going to be which network marketing company are you affiliated with? It's becoming so common now, and you're getting a collective like you see here where we're rising together, we're helping each other, we're lifting each other up. It's so beautiful. And so, yes, it is a very smart choice. It is also can be a very low touch choice if it's something you're adding to an existing product suite. So if you are a healer, a coach, a consultant, a clinic owner, a practitioner, you can layer this on top of other income streams. You can use the Healy device with clients. One of my girlfriends is on this call right now. I can see you, baby. So she was telling me about being able to share this with hairdressers and these ideas that she has of sharing it with hairdressers while their clients are sitting in the chair. Like, we're talking the endless opportunities of how this could work. So why Healy? And sorry, you don't have to be a practitioner. You could be this could be your very first entrepreneurial adventure. And we have every single system and tool and step-by-step to help you launch a business from concept to cash flow. Everything's already done for you. It's like plug and play. You don't have to create anything, and you could actually start a business from scratch with this if you don't have anything else already. You just have to be a visionary and willing to show up and do the things. So why Healy? We are also at a stage, I believe, in the world right now where there's a lot of people who are turning back to Mother Earth. And what I mean by that is how the body functions at a natural cellular level. We're using more plant medicine now. We're very cognizant of natural tools. Frequency medicine has been around for a very long time. And we're learning that there's ways that we, the average person, can actually have the ability to communicate with our cells and tell our cells how to behave from a device that fits in your hands. That is powerful. And the fact that we can share this with other people through social media, through speaking, in voice notes, through our phone, through connection, through meeting someone at coffee and it comes up and they're wondering what the heck this device is that you're wearing, and you can explain it in an average everyday language and be able to offer them that without them having to get a prescription, without them having to go see a doctor, or without them having to go drive to a practitioner who does it. We can actually also share this device that people can get their own and do it in their own home. So this is a blessing. We are literally, when we talk about network marketing, it is leveraging the networks of other people to be able to market a product. So we become the channel, we become the vehicle that takes this incredible product that was created by a quantum physicist turned monk. So it's like science and spirituality mixed together. We are able to take his genius that he's packaged, share with our own passion, our own purpose, and share it with other people as the vehicle that connects these two, connects the people who need this product with this breakthrough technology product itself, and we become the channel. And for that, we get compensated beautifully. It is an incredible compensation plan. And Anna can attest to this fact because I swear I've spent the last 8 weeks studying this compensation plan inside and out because it is robust on 1,000 levels, okay? You might need a PhD to understand it. That's how many different ways Healy has opportunities for us to earn within the compensation plan, just for sharing. So I'm gonna pass this over to Anna, who's now gonna talk, or Chrissy now, I forget. Where's my agenda?
I got it. Well, I'm laughing because I was like, you know what? I am not going to understand the compensation plan and I'm going to collect the cash. And so that's the game I've been playing for anyone who is not a compensation plan genius like Jenny. And we have lucratively collected 5-figure plus months since launching. So when we talk about an opportunity, like the 3 women hosting this call, we all feel that we have tapped into something that we have never experienced in other business models this early on. Reason being, we are launching new markets. And so one of the reasons, yes, I will lean into the technology, but from a business perspective, when I heard of Healy and I heard of the ground level opportunity to bring Healy into the Canadian market, followed by into the Mexican market, I was like, I'm in. I love building businesses, and ground level opportunities don't come often. And so if you feel it, then follow the feeling, because that's what's going to get the results. That's what's going to move you into the action with all of the other systems and structures and magic and genius and weaving all of our gifts together brings. So what is Healy? I hope that everyone has watched the 12-minute video that was provided for you in the 3 emails that you would have gotten automatically. That really explains what Healy is. But to summarize it for us, the genius of this technology is that the Healy scans us. It scans our energetic field and it recommends programs for us to come back into energetic balance, into coherence. And so Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about heart and mind coherence all of the time. This is the ancient wisdom future technology that we are dealing with here. The whole intent of Healy is to bring us back into our original blueprint, into balance, into coherence. The reason why all of this disease is quite common is because we're out of balance. And so the possibilities of simply coming into coherence at the energetic level, it to me is mind-blowing. And I am not a quantum physicist, but I would like to consider myself a biohacker because I constantly am looking for tools that will help me optimize my health as well as my family's health. So that's literally what Healy does. The intent is to bring us back into coherence, bring us back into balance, into our original blueprint. So the professional model, which the 3 of us own, has 229 programs, which is about 10.1 million frequencies, working on our physical, our mental, our emotional, our spiritual well-being. So there are programs from vitamins and minerals to sleep, to libido, to activation, to positive thoughts. Like the possibilities are endless. I just did this like funny reel reshare on my Instagram stories. I was like, how come every time I put my kids to sleep, my husband wakes up and is like, Anna's free now. Like, you know what I'm talking about? And it has to be the libido frequencies because nothing else has changed in what I do. And I've been playing around with these frequencies and he's always like, right behind me. I'm like, dude, the kids are in bed. I want to sit on the couch and do nothing. Anyways, so if you are looking for activation in that space, that's what I've been playing with recently. Okay, so that is how the Healy works. I'm trying to think of what else I wanted to include here, but really for me, also as a coach and a mentor to product-based entrepreneurs, what I realized is that I teach a lot on frequency, but until frequency becomes an embodiment, it is simply a concept up here. And so when I came across Healy, I said, wow, like if this tool can support us in elevating our frequency, and I'm not talking about happy dancing naked in our kitchen, like that is not the intention. The intention is knowing that if we are energy and everything around us is energy, if we can raise our frequency, literally, we can magnetize all of our dreams, desires, the things that we want to experience, the people, the opportunities with more ease and flow. And so that for me was like this tool from the energetic standpoint, from a manifestation standpoint, from a magnetism standpoint, I want every single one of my clients to own. And then again, as I mentioned earlier, the opportunity that is ground level to launch a unicorn device and technology like this, because this type of technology exists, but not in the network marketing space. That for me was a perfect formula. So Christy, I'm going to hand it to you and then we're going to open it up for questions so that everyone can feel really grounded in their knowledge of this and how it could fit into the magic that they're bringing to the world. Because I'm loving everyone's stories and what you guys are doing.
Yeah, for sure. And if people have questions, why don't we start loading them into the chat box and we can begin to go through them. Funny story with libido as well. and I hope it's okay to like share this, but one of our members, who's one of our partners on the call, actually asked a question about this in our WhatsApp chat. Is it okay to mention, just nod if I can mention your name? Yeah, okay, Sarah's giving me the hands up. But she's like, I discovered the libido program. Now, I want to share with you guys, when you receive your Healy, it's going to come in this box and it's going to arrive with everything that you need in it, including the wires to receive the microcurrent frequency through the wristband. So I'm running a program right now and with my microcurrents, but the libido question was, how do you run the libido program while like doing the libido things with the wristbands on? I was just laughing. So I wouldn't recommend it at the same time, but I think the whole point is like run the program and then it like works its magic, right? And I will just, it's the handcuffs. Yeah, but I will share this. So you mentioned, libido, and I did see your story and it was funny. It was literally like, as soon as you sit down, that the husband like comes in for like the sexy time. But I'll just share like, and Jenny, you talked about this as well, with this return back to nature. And if we think about, our own channel, our own being, our own connection to source, and ultimately the way the human body was designed in its most natural, purest form and state of alignment, a miracle that we all are, right? Coming from source, we are ultimately our own technology within us. And this little tool gets to help support us in bringing us into that natural state of alignment. And I will say that the thing that I have experienced the most, and I am someone who does all the tools, who for years and years has been on this healing journey, the energy, the Reiki, the sound medicine, the plant medicine, like all of the things. And I would say that my capacity and my energy, my emotional stability was some things that I have been dealing with, like the shadow work over the last few months. I don't know about anybody else here, but the shadow work, the inner child work, it's been this beautiful complement. Doesn't replace our own ability to check in with our intuition, to give ourselves what we need. We're not outsourcing our power here, but we're complementing with a tool like meditation, like music, like breath work, like working out, like, drinking good quality water and getting good sleep. It's like this thing that just layers in so beautifully to our health and wellness to help support our energetic capacity to be who we came here to be. So I just want to share a little testimonial of how I feel like it has supported me in just bringing me into this greater harmony, greater coherence, greater capacity, in a way that I haven't experienced before. So it's been really beautiful. So Shadow's your bread and butter, and Healy's a great supporter of that work. It truly is an amplifier. Yeah. So what questions do you guys have? Does anybody have? Let's open it up to questions. You can either unmute yourself and ask. You can put your hand up. You can ask in the chat box. And Jenny, I may ask you to riff with me here if there isn't anyone dying to ask a question. I'd maybe turn this to you. Oh, Sarah has her hand up. Sarah and Jenny, you guys have to meet because you're both in Mexico as well. I'm not sure. I know it's a big country. I'm not sure where. If you guys haven't yet connected as sideline sisters. Sarah, we'll turn it over to you. Do you have a question?
I don't have a question, but I just wanted to share, I guess, a comment from my own experience with the Healy. And one thing that I have found—
Not the one with the wristbands and the libido program.
No, I wish I could share the word for that one, because I really crafted that joke, like it really intentionally. But anyways, no, my comment was actually something that I noticed in myself with the Healy is, I would consider myself to have a fairly solid understanding of my world. However, something the Healy itself has expanded for me is with the resonance scans that we're able to do, have opened up awareness, like an awareness in myself that I didn't necessarily have the awareness of prior to that. So I might run a scan and be like, oh, really? Like, and then it turns me inward so that I can say, oh, maybe I do need to focus a little bit more attention right now on my digestion. And it brings my awareness to that when my, mind might be elsewhere, or my body might be giving me stronger messages elsewhere, whatever it might be. But it's been this really great tool to just expand my own awareness into areas that I'm not looking. So when I do the scans, it just brings things into my field, and then I can just enhance I feel like the juggling of enhancement is amplified by it because of the scanning capability within the device itself, if that makes sense to you guys.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's the scanning ability with it is part of the technology of this product, and it's fascinating. Anybody else? Jenny, how about you? What were some questions you had? Or Anna, I see you unmuting as well. Either of you, feel free to jump in here with me.
For me, I just felt it. I felt it with every single cell of my body. We have a question coming in. It says, new to network marketing, will selling from a separate website be possible? Your purchases, like whoever's purchasing from you, will have to be directly through your Healy link. However, you can create a sales page on your own website that then would lead to the Healy checkout. So yes, that is absolutely possible. I think for me, when I look back at that decision, I mean, it was one of those vortex opportunities, right place, right time. The only real a thing that took me time to make the decision was the lineage. Because I had built a successful network marketing company prior, I knew the importance of upline, of the team you're joining, of the support you're going to have, of the systems and structures that are going to be in place. So it took me several months to really align with the right partner, and also come to terms that I'm jumping back into network marketing, because I knew if I were to do it again, I was going to do it properly, and I was going to align with the most incredible group of women. And yes, there's men on our team, but I specifically work with women who have business experience and who truly are visionaries. So the vision of our collective is self-led leaders leading self-led leaders. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to be an expert, successful entrepreneur. What it means is that you are a self-led woman or human. You take self-responsibility and you initiate and you find solutions and you problem solve. And this is the definition of a leader for me. You raise your hand, you add value, you communicate, you bring your beautiful energy into the sacred space. And so that is what I was really looking for. And those are the two things that really took me from May until July 27th to say yes to Healy. And I can tell you that what we've created is, like Jenny said, a plug and play system. So when you join our team, the Frequency Collective, you will receive a welcome text message that has your link to our automated onboarding system, which has 16 emails. So this is your training ground. I can tell also, and I'm sure the Healy members will agree with this, that it is a steep learning curve. And what we have created, the energy that we have moved, the momentum that we have generated over the last 4 months, it truly is quantum. And so the learning curve is steep from a product standpoint, and it's quite steep from a business standpoint, especially if you've never done a network marketing business. And we are here to support. The community and the collective is here to support. We are looking to magnetize individuals with a great mindset who, like I said, take self-responsibility, who are open to learning. We are dealing with a technology here. So what comes with technology? Just like my iPhone has glitches, sometimes the Healy has glitches. And so you come with patience, you come with an openness, and you are fully supported in creating whatever vision you choose to create with this product partner and this collective. Let me just check in. Okay, any other questions? Did not get to watch the 12-minute video as I registered late. So is there a link to check out the device? Elisa is asking.
Yeah, Jenny put it below. Oh, a link.
Oh, beautiful.
A link to check out the device. So Jenny put the link to check out the 12-minute video so that you can learn a little bit more about it. And then whoever invited you to this call tonight, if you have more questions specifically about how this is a question I get asked quite a bit, is like, how does the technology work? Or if you have other questions, you can just ask your upline. But essentially it works through app. There are 2 apps on the phone. One will scan you and one will run the programs for you. And it really does. It's like you build a little relationship with your device, and with these apps, it does take a little bit of time to learn how the technology works, to learn how it works for you. It is frequency medicine, so there is an adjustment period for your body to get used to it. And you'll learn you need to be well hydrated and all of the things as well. I did see another question come in here that I'm happy to answer around using it for your business. Myra, you asked that, and layering it in with coaching and talking about distance. So I can take this question, and it's definitely something that you can use with your session. So I've used it. I've used the functionalities that I love to use, and I see your hand up, Patricia. We'll move to you next. With my clients specifically, are the aura or energy reads, the chakra reading. I like to think of it as almost like playing a role like Reiki does for my clients. So depending on what my clients are bringing in with them for a session, we could do an energy reading. Or if they have a specific thing that they're working on, you can use the coaching analysis, which is a beautiful, beautiful tool, not only to use for yourself, but for your clients as well. And the way the coaching analysis works, so in both of these technologies, they're used through the Blue app, the Analyze app. And you would need to have your client loaded in to the app. So you would take your client's information. You'd, of course, ask them for permission. And then, when you're doing the reading for the energetic scan, for example, you're really just placing that intention that you are scanning their energetic field, and the information field and the quantum entanglement of this technology actually is enough to read their energy and to provide the report for them. That's not a very scientific answer, but it's about as well as I can explain it. If you need more information, we can share more with you. And there's lots of information on that from scientists as well that can probably explain it better. But the coaching app as well If your client wishes to set a focus or an intention, it could be around their relationship, it could be around money, it could be around their business, it could be around, you know, an intention that they have or a desired feeling that they wish to feel. You can place the statement in the coaching analysis, run a scan, and the coaching tool will pull out a full report of anything that is getting in the way of that client basically making that statement become true. And you can send the frequency to remove if there's blocks or anything in the subconscious that they are unaware of. You can send a vibrate frequency that will help to make that statement into manifest form. So it's fascinating technology that you can use for yourself. You can do it with a client while you're in session with them. And I've also used it in my retreat. So in September, up in Muskoka, Ontario, I gathered with a group of 8 women, and we set an intention for the retreat. And while we gathered in our healing sessions and in our circle, I would set the intention and I'd have the frequencies running while we were all sitting in circle together. So it was a beautiful compliment to be able to bring to my clients. Patricia, let's move to you. Hi.
Yeah, hi. I want questions that I can't answer, that I can't find anywhere. Now, I know the animal program is fairly new, but I'm interested in horses. I've been involved in the racing industry for a long time. So, and if this device, if it works on horses like it does us, it's, when I was racing, if I had had this tool, I really would have had an edge. So I wanted to find out more information. You know, I forgot the animal program, and you go in and it's basically small animals. So I don't know if the frequencies in the animal program are enough for a 1,000-pound horse, or would you use the frequencies that you would use on yourself?
I have no idea. Anna and Jenny, do you guys know about horse frequency medicine? We can find that answer out for you, but I'm not sure.
I was going to write into them and see if they can give me some answers, because that is a huge industry. And if it gives trainers the edge, it's huge.
Yeah, everyone's looking for an edge.
Yeah, everybody. Well, I have, you know, my own race horses. I bred them, raised and trained and raced, you know, and if I had this little thing, sometimes I walk in, oh, what's wrong with you today? I could tell by their eyes, the look in their face. If I had something like this.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's fascinating. I think it's a great question. I have no idea. I have a mini schnauzer that I've run frequencies on when he had some pain in his hips. But I think that's an easy question to bring back to Healy. And that's the other thing is, you know, you have this frequency collective as your sisterhood, but you also have access to Healy Corporate, which once you submit a case, the responses are phenomenal. They might take a little bit longer, especially at the end of the month when there's a lot of energy moving, but they're extremely supportive. And so I would love to put that on you to find the answer and let us know, because I think
questions, it's such a huge industry.
Yeah, that's exciting. See, I love this. Yeah.
In Ontario, you know, that's where you guys are, Ontario?
Yeah.
I'm in BC.
I'm in BC too. I'm in Kelowna.
Oh, are you? Oh,
yeah.
The coast.
I love that. So I think, yes, please let us know what you find out. And this is also a point right here that I do want to make is everyone here is different. Everyone is going to build their business differently. And I think it's so beautiful as we lean into a new year, as we lean into 2023, remembering that we all bring unique gifts to the table. We bring unique gifts to the collective. We bring unique gifts to the online space, and we get to unite around this product. So if Myra's growing it, Patricia's growing it with the horsing industry, the racing industry, right? And Myra's building it with her coaching business. And,
I'm going tomorrow, or not tomorrow, the next day, to try and calm a horse, a dressage horse.
Yeah, it's so fascinating,
He
right?
said, yeah, she's really got attitude lately. And I said, well, I'll come over. We'll see.
I love that.
I know.
So,
So
so start.
I don't know. I'm going to use, just on that hook, before I get an answer, I'm just going to use the people frequency, because it's 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, that feels in alignment. That feels good. And let us know. Absolutely.
I'll take
Thank
pictures.
you. Yeah. So as you're leaning into this conversation, how does this fit as part of your brand? How could this amplify and activate your brand, who you are, what gifts you're bringing to the world? How can it serve your family, your community, your clients? That's what we would love for you to step into. So I am going to pass it to Christy to really support us in the visualization of how this can support all of our magic, and also any downloads you have on 2023, because I keep hearing about it, that we have been literally waiting for this year and the magic that it holds. So, and just one more question in the chat box.
Yeah, do you want to take that one?
So do we know if it's safe in pregnancy and postpartum? So the coil is safe for pregnancy and postpartum. The microcurrent wires are not advised. It says no on the Healy website, but the coil, so just to summarize, this is the coil. Actually, before I pass it to Christy, I do want to just do some housekeeping closing off. So the coil, if we take this out, this is an add-on. This is really the only add-on that many of us have purchased. It goes into the Healy device and it makes it portable. So as you can see, Christy, if you can wave your hands, she is using the bracelets and the wires. So the bracelets and the wires deliver frequency-specific microcurrent. The coil makes the Healy portable, and it delivers scalar waves. So scalar waves are gentler waves is how they refer to it. So this coil is how you can use the Healy throughout pregnancy and postpartum. The wires, the microcurrent is not recommended. So for the month of December, what Healy is gifting us is the devices are at 45% discount. Now, there are 5 Healy models. The devices are all the same. So the difference simply is how many programs your Healy has. So the professional device, which is the device that all of us has, is the one that has 229 programs. So literally all of the frequencies that your soul will ever desire. I mean, they are launching some fun frequencies, like they just launched the Soul Cycle, which I had to purchase, but really, with 229 programs, you are covered on all levels. That device is 45% off until the end of December. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, amazing. And then, like I said, the add-on that we do recommend is the coil, especially for anyone who is active on the go. I love to run frequencies when I'm out for a hike, or actually I was running them while I was skiing last weekend. So it makes it really convenient. That's what I would suggest. So, what is the best setting in percentage to be using the coil versus the wires and the programs? Jade, please DM me. We will talk about that. Cool. Awesome. Over to you, Christy.
Amazing. Yeah, and I can just answer that really quickly. With the coil, you could go up to 100%, but I think you want to work
your way up.
Your way up, yeah. But with the microcurrent, it is a little bit stronger, and you actually will feel a little tingles. So depending on how hydrated you are, depending on your energy, you do want to take these. You do want to take it easy. I'm at about 55%, I think, on the one that I'm running right now. It really depends on how it all feels for you, and really just, again, using your intuition and starting slowly and treating it like it's new technology, ancient future technology, as we like to say. which I think is a good segue into talking about these energetics as we're closing off 2022. And the timing of this is interesting. I'm leading a reflections retreat for my clients tomorrow, reflecting on, you know, on the year 2022 before we like go ahead and full force, full steam into 2023. And like what we're going to create is really just anchoring in and reflecting on and celebrating the frequencies, the learnings, what 2022 taught you, what you're bringing with you, what you're leaving behind, and then looking ahead to the intention of 2023. And Anna, I'm sure we follow some similar people on the social medias, but there's definitely, you know, the energies over the last few years have felt dense. They've felt transitional. They've, you know, oftentimes felt heavy, and there does definitely feel like we're moving into a little more harmony, let's say. I think there's still lots of stuff we can find if we go looking for it. But really, I think what I'd love to leave you with, and some thoughts to leave you with, especially as we move into solstice here in December, well, winter solstice, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, and you know, as we come into wrapping up 2022 and moving into 2023, is really reflecting on what 2022 was for you, and what do you desire to create in 2023, and could Healy fit into your offering? Could it fit into your life? Could would another income stream that could be layered in to what you already offer, or potentially are you open to, or have you been looking for another opportunity to bring in more income? Have you been looking for an opportunity to connect with a like-minded community? Have you been looking for a tool to support you on your health and wellness journey? And if you have, and if you feel like there's a space for you here to, you know, to reach out and to connect to the person who invited you, and, you know, to really look within for that answer, and for your holy yes with this opportunity, if this is a fit for you, we'd love to welcome you to the frequency collective. So I'll leave you with those thoughts. And what are we at for time here? We're pretty much just wrapping up. Jenny, I wonder if there's anything else that you would like to share or to add on to what I just shared and help us wrap up our webinar this evening.
No, that was all just so beautiful. And the invitation, I love, you know, it's all good. This has either lit something up inside of you, and this has really truly resonated with the next step, and you're feeling that connection, you're feeling that pull. And this is either going to be the right time for you to lean into something. And it's okay if it's not right now either, right? It's something that we're very deeply grateful to partner with those of you who are ready. And when that time is, we are here, and we are with open arms, just ready to receive all that you will be bringing to this space as well.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, well, thank you everybody for an awesome conversation. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to whoever invited you, and feel free to unmute and let us hear your voices as we all say goodbye. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful evening wherever you are. Take care.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.